April 18, 1942, just 4 months after the attack on Pearl Harbor, 16 American bombers rise from the deck of an aircraft carrier in the middle of the Pacific, their mission to strike the heart of Japan. A mission so daring, so impossible, that even those flying it didn't expect to survive. This is the story of the Doolittle Raid, the first American attack on Japan, and how it shocked an empire, changed a war, and inspired a nation. After Pearl Harbor, America was desperate. The Japanese Empire seemed unstoppable from the Philippines to Malaya, from Guam to Wake Island, victory after victory. Morale in the United States had collapsed. President Franklin D. Roosevelt demanded one thing from his generals: find a way to strike back. But there was a problem. No American bomber had the range to reach Japan and return. That's when a brilliant idea was born, one that bordered on madness. General James "Jimmy" Doolittle, a pioneer aviator, suggested something unthinkable: launch Army bombers from an aircraft carrier, something never done before. To make it work, the U.S. Navy and Army had to cooperate like never before. The chosen bomber, the B-25 Mitchell Light, fast, but still huge for a carrier deck. Crews were handpicked, all volunteers. They trained secretly in Florida and California, learning to take off from runways barely 500 feet long, less than 1/3 of what the B-25 normally needed. Their target: Tokyo, Yokohama, Nagoya, Kobe, Osaka industrial and military centers of Japan. Every ounce of weight mattered. Guns were removed, extra fuel tanks installed, and planes were loaded onto the USS Hornet. By April 2, 1942, the ship set sail across the Pacific under complete radio silence. April 18, 1942. The task force was still 650 miles from Japan when they were spotted by a Japanese patrol vessel. The Americans had no choice. They had to launch early. Waves smashed against the carrier deck. The ocean rolled violently as each bomber lined up, engines roaring. One by one, 16 B-25s took off, barely clearing the deck, heavy with fuel, skimming just above the waves. As the last plane lifted, sailors on the USS Hornet cheered, knowing most of these men would likely never return. Hours later, the bombers appeared over Japan. For the first time, air raid sirens wailed in Tokyo. Civilians looked up. Confused, no one believed American bombers could reach their homeland. The bombs hit factories, military targets, docks, and fuel depots. Though the physical damage was limited, the psychological impact was immense. For the Japanese people, it shattered the illusion of invulnerability. For the Americans, it was the first taste of revenge. After the attack, the planes continued west, hoping to reach airfields in China. But they had launched too early. Fuel was running dangerously low. One by one, the bombers crashed, landed, or the crews bailed out into darkness and storm. Some landed in friendly Chinese territory, others were captured by Japanese forces. Of the 80 men who took off, 3 were killed, 8 captured, and the rest rescued, many with help from Chinese villagers who risked their lives. The Japanese, enraged by the raid, retaliated brutally in China, killing tens of thousands of civilians in the provinces that had aided the Americans. Though the Doolittle Raid caused little military damage, its psychological blow to Japan was massive. Emperor Hirohito was humiliated. The Japanese High Command realized that their defensive perimeter wasn't enough, and they rushed to expand it. This decision led directly to the Battle of Midway, where Japan suffered a devastating defeat, a turning point in the Pacific War. Back in America, news of the raid electrified the nation. It was proof that Japan could be hit, that America could fight back. General Doolittle was awarded the Medal of Honor, and his raiders became heroes, symbols of courage and defiance. Their mission didn't win the war, but it lit a spark of hope that would burn until victory. They flew into history, knowing they might never return, yet they gave a wounded nation something priceless: belief. Fade out to sound of B-25 engines echoing over the ocean.